Hello and welcome to this video where we're gonna discuss how you can execute SAP system refresh operations of your HANA systems running on Azure NetApp Files. We already covered data protection using NetApp SnapCenter in another blog post. We will now use the same setup and will show the system refresh workflow integrated into SnapCenter. Before we start the demo, let me quickly explain the demo lab that we are using and what preparations are required before system refresh operation can be executed. I will not cover the basic SnapCenter architecture and configuration. There is another blog and a set of video explaining all the details. First, there is the HANA system Peer 1, which is used as a source system for our HANA system refresh operation. The system is configured in SnapCenter and snapshot backups have been taken. Our target system QR1 needs to be installed once and needs to be configured in SnapCenter just like any other HANA system. The solution comes with an example script which can be used to execute pre- and post operations like shutdown and recovery of the HANA database. The environment for the script needs to be prepared as well. The system refresh workflow is started in SnapCenter by selecting a snapshot from the source system and by starting the cloning workflow. In our demo, we use a post script as part of the workflow to execute the recovery. As a second step, SnapCenter creates a clone of the source system based on the snapshot selected before. Then SnapCenter mounts the cloned volume at the target host. And finally, the PostScript is executing the recovery of the system database and all tenant databases. Okay, let's first have a look at our target system QR1. Before the target system can be used for an SAP system refresh operation, it must be installed once and configured in SnapCenter. Before system refresh operation is executed with SnapCenter, data protection of the target system must be removed. As a starting condition, the system must be shut down and the HANA data volume must not be mounted anymore. Within the ANF application volume group, the original data volume has to be deleted as well. In addition, a HANA user store key must be available, which will be used in our script to execute HTTP SQL commands for the recovery of the tenant database. This key must be configured with a database user from the system database of the source system, which has the required privileges to execute the recovery operation. If you want to execute any script from SnapCenter on the database host, you must explicitly allow the execution of the script. Since we will use pre- and post scripts within the SnapCenter system refresh workflow, we need to configure our script as the system refresh in the allowed commands configuration file of the HANA plugin. Okay, so now let's start the system refresh workflow within SnapCenter. We need to select our source system PR1, select the snapshot and click on the clone button. In the input screen, we need to select the target system and need to provide the target SID and the IP address of the target system, which should be used to mount the new volume. In addition, the maximum throughput of the cloned volume must be provided. You need to ensure that enough headroom is available in the ANF capacity pool, otherwise the workflow will fail. As said before, we will use our SC system refresh script as a post script to execute the recovery of the HANA database at the target host. Now we start the cloning workflow and open the job log to see the steps which are executed. As a first step, a volume clone is created based on the snapshot backup we have been selected before. Then the clone gets mounted to the target host and the recovery of the HANA database is executed using the post script we provided. At the target host, we can see that the cloned volume is mounted. In the log file of the PostScript, we can see the recovery process of the system database. When the system database recovery is finished, the tenant database gets recovered. The SnapCenter job log shows that the total runtime of the workflow, including recovery, took 3 minutes and 20 seconds. The cloning step alone took around 24 seconds. Keep in mind that the storage clone operation is always done in a range of less than a minute, independent on the size of the HANA database. Recovery will most probably take longer for larger databases. In HANA Studio, we see that the HANA System QR1 is now up and running. Back in SnapCenter, we click on the HANA resource QR1 to start the auto-discovery process. When the discovery process is finished, SnapCenter has assigned the new cloned volume to the HANA resource. The resource is now listed with a cloned icon in the resource view and is also listed in the cloned view of the source system PR1. The ANF volume list in the Azure portal shows the new cloned volume as well as the snapshot where it has been created from. Now let's assume that the target system needs to get refreshed with new data from the source system. Before you execute the clone create workflow again, as shown before, we first need to clean up the target system. The cleanup operation is done with the SnapCenter clone delete workflow. We open the clone view of the source system, select the clone and click on delete. As a pre-command, we use our SC system refresh script to shut down the HANA database and start the workflow. Within the job log, we can see that the pre-command is currently executed. The job log of our script shows the shutdown operation. When the shutdown operation is finished, SnapCenter unmounts the volume from the host and deletes the ANF volume clone. The ANF volume is now deleted and is not visible anymore within the Azure portal. At the target host, we can see that the HANA data volume is not mounted anymore. In the topology view of our source system PR1, the clone is also deleted. Within the SnapCenter resource view, we click on Refresh Database to start the auto-discovery process. The target system is now back to the original state and ready for a new refresh operation. With that, thanks a lot for watching the video, take care and bye bye.